Hey lovelies, it's G here from Golden Thread Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message will find you blessed and full of abundance. So let's go ahead and jump in. So I'm really getting that some of you, in the next few weeks to months, depending on when you're finding this, okay, for some of you it could be days away, there's an event that's going to happen here, and Spirit is asking you to stand strong in your morals. Stand strong. Hold on to your sword of truth and know who you are. Do not let somebody tell you who you are, right? There is some kind of energy here around somebody being like, you're not that, you're not this, you're a pretender, or you're this, you're that. That's not who you really are. That's not what's really going on here. That's like one energy. Yeah, they're showing me like the Five of Swords. And for some of you, it's just going to be somebody's going to ask you to do something that really makes you feel uncomfortable, or that really is just like, okay, so Spirit is saying like the old you, the old unhealed version of you, the old more meek, more mild version of you, or the old you might have had a certain reaction to this. Now, for some of you, it might have been that you have become a more meek, more mild version of yourself, and you're like, well, the old me would have punched you in the face, or the old me would have been like, oh, you got it, you can get it, you know. Or for some of you, the old you might have just stayed silent or been like, yeah, I guess I can do that. I really don't want to, but yeah, I guess so. And Spirit is asking you to stand strong in this new version of you that you have found. Your new voice, your new calmness, your new rejection of anger, or whatever it is. This you just being like, I'm not dealing with this. Spirit is asking you to stand strong in your morals, because somebody is going to be tempting you, or somebody is going to be, asking you to step out of a place of your empowerment. Either through their actions, or they're just going to be straight up asking you to do something that's kind of, I don't know. They're asking you to do something that's going to make, for some of you, this person is acting like, oh, everything's going to be fine. But they are literally asking you to do something that either could get you in some kind of legal trouble, or that they know is just going to make you look really bad. Like they're gonna be like, it's fine, nothing's happening here, it's cool, it's fine, just do it, it's fine. Like, why are you making such a gaslighting? Somebody here is gonna be trying to gaslight you into do something you really don't want to do. And Spirit is saying, stand strong in your truth and say, no, I'm not gonna do that. No, that steps outside of my integrity. No, that steps outside of my creative vision. No, that steps outside of. And you're gonna get a bad feeling about it. You're gonna be like, I know that I shouldn't do this. This is giving me like a devil temptation kind of energy here, where it's like somebody knows. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Somebody here is being sneaky. They know they're asking you to do something that's going to be bad for you. They know they're asking you to do something that you're just like, no, I'm getting a bad energy out of this, or no, I'm just getting a bad feeling. I don't. And this person's going to be like, oh, one of your feelings again. Anyway, like, you know that those aren't real, or you know it's whatever. You're being too paranoid. You're being like this. Just do this. It's fine. Just hold this for me, or just carry this for me, or just do this for me. And you know that inside your morals or your intuition, your gut is telling you, don't do this. Don't get involved with this. Don't go to this place. Don't say that. It even could be something, somebody commenting on something, or saying something, or posting something on social media, and your gut, your gut is going to be telling you, stop, slow down, don't go backwards, don't just pop off, because it's like baiting. Somebody's baiting you here, because I literally see somebody being like, what's that bitch gonna do now? Like, I literally see somebody doing that. They're gonna be baiting you to react in a not so pleasant way, or to react in an old way that doesn't represent you. Two of Cups. This might only be for one of y'all, okay? This might only be for one of y'all. But Spirit is saying that for some of you, and I'm so sorry if this is you, okay? But for some of you, you might get some kind of notification, or you might get somebody coming to you saying, best friend, don't be mad, but I'm dating your ex. Or, hey girl, I just thought I would let you know. Did you know that your best friend and your boyfriend are sneaking around or cheating on you? There could be some kind of, I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm getting some kind of issue of like a friend of yours dating, or connecting themselves to either a toxic ex of yours or a current like flame or somebody. You could find out that somebody that you're talking to could also be talking to your best friend, or that your best friend is trying to talk to them. This could be something that happened in the past, like are you and so friends? Like, yeah. Okay, well, like how close? Like that's my bestie. It's like, I just want to let you know, like, and I have screenshots, I have receipts. Like somebody here could be coming forward and being like, I just want you to know, like, weren't you talking to Todd? Like, yeah. Like, isn't so and so your best friend? Yeah. Well, tell me why I saw your best friend and Todd out and they were making out at McDonald's parking lot. Like, what? And I got receipts. Everybody saw it. It's something like that where it's not gonna be a situation here where you're like, no, I don't believe it. It's not really happening, because they're going to have receipts. Somebody's going to confess to you. Somebody could even straight up just tell you like, hey, I'm leaving you. Hey, I'm breaking up with you. It could be a situation here where you broke up with somebody and then literally like 2-3 days later, excuse me, they're in a relationship with somebody who's really close to you. Like a friend, a family member, something like that, where it's like, are you effing kidding me? Or it might come out that an ex or a lover or somebody you're talking to is either talking to, sleeping with, doing something with. I'm getting a best friend, either a best friend or a sister. I'm getting like a feminine energy that's really close to you. Again, this message just came out. Be to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Be like, I don't have time for this ish. Y'all deserve each other. Whatever. I don't have time for this. Somebody's baiting you out. Somebody wants to get a reaction out of you, out of something outrageous. They're doing something outrageous. And they want to get you hung up, hangman. They want to get you caught up in it. They want to pull you back into the drama. You could even have like an ex or whoever this person is. They're doing it to get back at you. But first off, what they're really doing is showing you that you got a snake in your midst. Okay? They're helping you to dodge a bullet, to not call this person your best friend. To not have, for somebody, I'm seeing that your spirit guides are saying, we want you to know that this is coming out about this person that you think you're so close to, or you think you love so much, or you think has your back, because we are saving you from something worse happening. I'm literally seeing somebody, I'm seeing somebody getting married at the altar. And I'm seeing like a best friend who's like a maid of honor, right? I'm seeing that you're a woman. You don't have to be, but I'm seeing like the person, the bride that's getting married, and their back obviously is to their maid of honor. And I see you like looking up at the priest or the pastor, whoever the officiant, right? And you're looking at them, or maybe you're looking around or looking something, and I see that friend or that person that's over your shoulder bending around and like looking at your spouse or looking at your to-be spouse, being like, kind of thing, right? Where it's like, I'll see you at the reception, or I'll see. It's literally like, I don't know if they will, or like they're trying to save. For some of you, you could be planning on getting married to somebody who's cheating on you already. This could be your fiance or something like that, who's cheating on you with your best friend, and you don't know it. But there's some people at the wedding who are literally going to be sitting there like, can you believe she's getting married to them, while they're like, it's making a fool of you. Like, cause there's something about here about you feeling so foolish, because after you get married to this person, you're going to find out, even if it's not the same person, it could be a person later on down the road. But I see this person being like, I'm like looking at your spouse, looking at the person you're getting married to. And it could be after you're already married, that this person could make a move on your spouse, or make a move, or, yeah, I'm seeing the scene from that movie, Muriel's Wedding. Okay. And there are those mean girls that she's kind of friends with, like um from high school, right? And they have like their best friends in their little group, and it's like Muriel, the main character, sees I'm hearing their accents. I can't even do Australian accent right here. It's like, I saw Chalk. I saw Chuck. He was fucking your best friend, like at the wedding. At the wedding, he was in his wedding tux, and she was in her bridesmaid, like her bridesmaid dress. and they were like having sex right before they got married. So they like walked out of there from having sex, from like being intimate with each other, whatever. I've already said it, but like having an affair, and literally like walked, and he got married, and she was a bridesmaid standing there right beside her, just looking at Chuck like, getting off on the fact that like she's a secret op, like she's what? I'm getting divorced from Chuck. That movie is crazy, but yeah. And for some of you, with this 8 of Wands and High Priestess, like you have this feeling like this person just isn't your friend, or you can't trust this person. Like Spirit is saying, this could even be, okay, this might get a little out there. This could even be a future version of you sending messages back like, get that bitch out your circle. Do not marry that person because he's going to fuck your best friend, right? So this is an alternative version of you in the future being like, don't do it. Don't trust that witch. Don't trust that person because they're actually a secret op. Like, don't do it. You're going to be sitting up there looking freaking embarrassed because it's going to come out, and you're going to have to come out to your friends and your family that you were sitting there and your bridesmaid was already, cheating on you. And it's like, oh, every single time I invited you guys over, oh, every single little party that we had, every single time, it's like, is that where you were when we had little Jimmy's for, I couldn't find you, and I couldn't find my best friend when we were trying to blow out the candles, and you guys were effing in the bathroom, at like our son's birthday party. It's giving me energy like that, where it's like there's gonna be some kind of like long-term affair here between somebody that's close to you and your person, and like your person, or and they're just like, kick that heifer out of your circle right now. Kick that person out of your circle right now, because if you keep ignoring the red flags of this person, they are going to double down and they are going to backstab you. Wow, that's drama. That is drama. Why? Yeah, because this person could be pushing your buttons. This person could be acting wild, acting up, saying things like offhanded, like making comments, and you're like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you here lately? Like, why have you been acting crazy? It's because these are flags for you to notice. These are flags for you to notice that this person, they could be rebelling against something that you're doing. They could be just, I don't know. There are going to be signs. There's been signs. There's been flags. Spirit is saying, don't ignore them. And if this is something that has already happened and you find out about it, just cut it off, right? Because I keep hearing, oh, they deserve each other. They can have each other. Because it's like, how is somebody going to sit there and say, okay, look, we can be honest with ourselves, right? It's totally possible for a person to be not meant to be with you and meant to be with somebody else. And they can treat you not so good, right? And they can treat somebody else better. That's completely possible, right? But there is a sensation here of, if this person is just a crappy person who lies, who cheats, who gaslights, they're probably going to treat their next partner the same way. Unless they have some kind of big revelation and they grow up and they, find themselves. People can change, okay? But they have to change. You can't make them. They have to choose to change for themselves, okay? Six of Pentacles. Yeah. There's some kind of sharing aspect here. Yeah, look, Six of Cups. Somebody's spreading that around. Somebody likes to keep options. Yeah. You could even have somebody. You could start to date somebody. Don't ignore the way that they look at your friends. Don't ignore the way they look at other people around you. Don't ignore that they're just heart-eyesing everyone. Don't ignore that they're heart-eyesing your friends' pictures on Instagram. Don't ignore that they're looking up and down, looking at the waitresses, behind when they walk away. Don't ignore those things. Okay? Cut that person off before you get involved. If you're already kind of involved with this person, you know what it is. Stop making excuses for yourself. Stop making excuses for this person. Go ahead and cut it off. And at the end of the day, you're grown up. I can't make you do anything. Obviously, Spirit can't make you do anything. But For some of you, this is a warning that you are really ignoring some red flags here of some kind of something that's going to lead to a very tumultuous situation here, to a very tumultuous experience. Spirit is really trying to give you the heads up, is really trying to be like, hey, I know you see these signs, like, hey, I know you see the way that this person is like, no, 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 it's fine. Like, no, like, no, no, Empress. Look at this. Because I need you to, for some of y'all, this is drama that I don't even really want to talk on. But for some of y'all, okay, for some of y'all, this person could leave you because they got somebody else pregnant. Or they could get you pregnant and leave. There is some kind of underlying issue here, okay, where this person is showing you who they are and you're not believing them, right? You're making excuses for them, the sun. Spirit is highlighting who this person really is. They're showing you who this person is. They're showing you who this friend of yours is. They're showing you who this partner is, and you're making excuses for them. And you're, oh no, well, it's not really that, and I don't want to be that crazy girlfriend who just thinks their partner is looking at everybody, or just, oh, I used to always go through people's phone, and I used to be really insecure. Don't allow these people to be like, you're insecure. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm hearing somebody say, it's so pathetic that you feel like I want every man that you're with. I don't want your man. Meanwhile, later that night, this lady is, come on now. Come on now. Nine of Wands, anxiety. You have this anxious feeling for a reason. Spirit is saying, like, I mean, obviously check your insecurities, check your problems, check your projection, but for some of y'all, like, this isn't your insecurity. This is your intuition telling you, don't trust this person. Don't be with this person. Don't do this. Justice. Spirit is telling you, like, getting out of this or paying attention to this and not leaving behind this heartbreak, casting judgment on this heartbreak that this person has already given you. People can change, but for some of y'all, it's like, oh, I know this person cheated, but they're changed. Okay. There's some kind of fear, some kind of anxiety here. Somebody here is trying to play on your fears as well. I'm getting that. Okay, so that was a crazy little message there, like for somebody very specific about this whole, like, don't trust your man around your best friend. I'm not talking about just any person. I'm talking about if you were already having that inclination, if you were already noticing little glances and little things, like, don't ignore that ish. Because it might be nothing now, but it might turn into something eventually. But like I said, this would already be from people that you were already seeing could have an issue. This could already be from people. It's like, it's a situation here where, like, this person has already tried to talk to people that you were interested in, and then you just kind of let it go that they did that. This is a person that's already kind of done some of the things, that they're already kind of showing symptoms of the fact that they're kind of, that it's like, oh, don't be so insecure, gaslighting you, being like, oh, there's nothing happening, there's nothing oh, I have oh, my best friend is a girl, but nothing's happening, and this person has some kind of, like, pick me person around you that just, like, this is also giving me an energy here. It's reminding me of a story, of a Reddit story that I read not too long ago, where it was like this girl basically found out that her boyfriend had this really bad opinion of her because his girl best friend said some kind of, like, really said a really disrespectful comment straight to her face, and the boyfriend was kind of like, oh, it was just a joke, you can't take a joke. And it's like, nah, that wasn't a joke. And why does your friend feel that way about me? Either your friend wants you, or this friend is marrying back something that you have said to them. Yeah, that's kind of what that's giving me. Like, your boyfriend or somebody might have, like, kind of like one of those, like, girl best friends that just gives you vibes that they're not just best friends, right? Or that even if nothing has happened, it's like, you do know that that person wants you, right? You think it's just a coincidence that she has like a negative. You think it's just a coincidence that she says something like disrespectful about me to my face like every single time I'm around? Like, oh yeah, sure. You think that's cute? Oh, sure. Okay. Oh, I've worn a dress like that, but it looks so much different on me because I have such a different figure than you. Something like that. Where it's like this little like like sly stabs, and it's like you obviously have a deeper issue here. You better cut those people out of your life. Like it's not worth it. Because for some of y'all were like, oh, I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. I'm trying not to be the super, invasive girlfriend. I'm trying to have more trust in people. I'm trying to not have, not trying to not let my insecurities mess up a new relationship. And so you're like overlooking red flags and you're dismissing them as, oh, it's just me. Oh, that's just my insecurity. Oh, I'm making something up. Like I said, I'm not trying to promote any kind of like drama here or anything like that, but no. Some of y'all need to know that something foul is afoot. All my spirit guides always got to get some kind of like psychological deep, like, oh, this is based on family trauma, kind of. I don't know. This is a pattern of behavior for you. And like I said, somebody here is like offering you to do something that's really going to be the universe being like, are you done with this pattern of behavior? Have you experienced enough to see the truth of what this is? Have you experienced enough to see the truth of who this person is? Have you experienced enough to stop ignoring the red flags of who's for you and who's not? Have you learned enough to not participate in this kind of cockery and like bull cockery anymore, where you're just like ignoring all these red flags that are around you of stuff that's happening, right? What is this? I think you will be able to tell by this person's reaction when you say no, when you say, hey, I feel uncomfortable with this. Hey, I've noticed this. Can you stop this behavior? Or hey, this behavior doesn't seem to really promote us having a healthy relationship. Like, if you bring it up, and if you bring it up in a very open, honest, vulnerable way, right? You're not just being like, oh, I know you're not just looking at her act, but you're like, hey, I really appreciate it. I find it really disrespectful when you're staring at every other woman's breast around me, or when you're staring at other women's ass around me. Like, I find that very disrespectful. Like, if you can't, that's a behavior that I'm not okay with. And it's okay. I mean, and it's okay to look every once in a while. We're human. You see something jiggle and you're like, dang. I'm not going to play like that you're just supposed to never see it. We're human. But if a person is literally like, like looking at every butt of every person that passes by, and you're just like, wow, you're just like shamelessly flirting with people. Like, you're really doing this. Like, this is disrespectful. And you bring it up and you're just like, hey, I find that really disrespectful. You're going to really be able to tell that this person isn't for you, because they are going to have a very like gaslighting kind of response. Like, oh, you too insecure. Other women, maybe you'd feel less insecure if you went to the gym and did some squats. Maybe I wouldn't stare at other women, if you kept up with yourself. Again, like that whole response that I had, oh, what makes you think like I would ever want a man that you would be with? That if you come at this person with respect and you're just like, hey, like, you're doing this and it's an issue for me, it is going to be like this person is going to go over the top. They're going to go over the top, and they're going to have a very self-serving, very selfish response. right? That might even turn it back on you and call you selfish, call you paranoid, call you insecure. They're going to turn it around on you and tell you, no, this is your problem. This isn't a problem I need to fix. This is a problem you need to deal with. No, it shouldn't be an issue. If you were such a bad bitch, and if you were so, open to it, if you were so okay with it, you'd be fine with me liking thirst traps on Instagram. What does it matter that I heart-eyed 50 twerking videos today? Ugh, get yourself together. You know, who cares? Why should you? I care. I care. And if this is something that you're not willing to compromise on, or that you're not willing to respect my viewpoint or something on, maybe we just need to go our separate own ways. That's kind of the energy that spirit's kind of expecting you to have here in this scenario, because there's something here about you standing up. You standing up and saying like, hey, no, that is not okay with me. Hey, no, that thought process is not okay with me. And it's about not being scared to lose some, don't be scared to lose the respect of somebody who only respects you when you are disrespecting yourself. Okay? Don't ever feel bad about losing the respect of somebody who wants you to take disrespect. Who cares? They only respect you when you allow them to disrespect you. And that's not real respect. They just are cool with the fact that you tolerate them. Right? That they're just like, you should tolerate my behavior. I'm with you because you tolerate my behavior, because you look the other way. And you know what? I can go be with somebody else. Then go be with somebody else then. I'd rather be with somebody who respects me, not somebody who expects me to just tolerate their craziness. Or again, like if it's like, oh no, it's, whatever. I'm hearing somebody say, oh, I didn't tell you. It's like lying through omission. I didn't tell you because I knew that you'd freak out. I knew that you'd have a bad reaction. I knew that you'd say this. That's why I didn't tell you that me and your best friend went and hung out. Oh, me and your best friend have been texting late at night because we knew that you'd be upset that we were building a friendship together. Something like that. Where it's like, what? It's like, oh, it's totally normal that I went over to my ex's house at midnight. Your issue, you have a problem. What is it, a problem that I'm still best friends with my ex and we hang out all the time? Yeah, it is. Excuse me. And if that's don't convince somebody that you need to be the cool person that's just okay with their toxic behavior. You don't, I mean, and then again, maybe not even call it toxic. Just be like, if that's the way you roll, yeah, that's the way I roll. Okay, then we're not meant for each other. That's okay. You don't need to change that behavior. I'll just remove this relationship that we have. If you genuinely feel like there's nothing wrong with that behavior and it bothers me, then we'll just end this. We just won't be a couple anymore, or we just won't be friends anymore. If you genuinely think that behavior is okay and I don't, then cool. I don't have to go off. I don't have to yell. I don't have to call you toxic. I don't have to do all this. Like, no. Okay. You really don't want to change? No. Okay. No ultimatums. No this. Just, okay. We're not meant for each other. I'm just going to unsubscribe to this. Like, because goodbye. Choose your peace. With this temperance card right here. Choose your peace and your balance. There's something here about taking a lighthearted approach to it. I mean, being serious about it, right? But not being like, oh my God, I just can't believe he would try. I just can't believe he would act like this. And why? And why does every single person that I'm with always cheat on me? And I can't believe it. And why would he ever? And he doesn't respect me because he doesn't act like that. And I'm not trying to make fun of you, but that's what I'm seeing. Like Spirit saying, have a little bit more of a lighthearted approach where you're kind of just like, cool. You think that that's okay? I don't. You think that makes that doing that is a good expectation out of a friend? I don't. I think that that's toxic. I don't find that to be a healthy relationship. I'm out. I don't have to demonize you. I don't have to do all of this. I mean, yeah, if the person that cheated on you or did something like that, like just walk away. but don't let it bring up, like try not to let it bring up all these like spiral emotions downwards of why does every person that I'm with always disrespect me? Why do they always act like this? It's always like this. It's like you get to a place where people come in and they trigger you and you allow it to send you on some big spiral downwards. Now that's not to say, that if you lose a friendship or if you break up with a relationship that you're not allowed, that you have to just be like, it's fine, I don't care. That's its own form of toxicity, right? But there's some kind of sense of not engaging with that person because there's some kind of sense here of this person wanting to trigger you, this person wanting to make you feel bad, this person being like, oh, you want to check me on my behavior? Well, let me check you on your behavior. Let me tell you you're crazy. Let me beat you down into submission so that you'll be okay with my toxicity. It's like gaslighting. Like somebody here is going to try to gaslight the heck out of you, right? And it's kind of a sense of like, no, I'm not letting that trigger me anymore because I know it's not real. I know that's not the truth. Knight of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Oh, wait. Somebody right here is going to really try it. Like they're really going to try you, like for real. Yeah. And Spirit is saying, keep your peace, keep your serenity. Yeah. They're really going to try to get you hung up. Like they're really going to try to get you to kind of like shut down. It's like this person energetically or spiritually, it's kind of giving me like, they want you to shut down. They want you to feel beat down. They want you to feel triggered. They want you to feel bad about yourself. They want you to feel like, oh my God, I can't move on because this friend betrayed me or this person did this and I can't believe it. And High Priestess. Yeah. But Queen of Wands, they want you to stand up for yourself and be like, you know what? No, I'm not engaging in this. I'm not fighting for this, because your old reaction might have been like to fight for it, to blame the friend, to tell to go through his phone, to do all of this, to go back and forth, to yell and scream and fight, break up, get back together, fight, break up, get back together, and still end up back together just for that person to cheat on you again, or just for them to gaslight you again, or having this in the scenario here where it's like, look, you're acting like this. Just get over it. Just do this like I told you to do. Just do that like I told you to do. Like, why are you acting like this? Why are you making it such a big deal? Because it is a big, I'm not making it a big deal. It's important to me. And if somebody that says they care about you, their response to something being important to you is, why don't you just calm down? It's not that big of a deal. Who really cares? Yeah. That person doesn't really respect you. They really don't respect you. They don't want to work with you. They're not cooperating. They're not cooperative with you. And they're not trying to have like a good, positive relationship with you. And that's just that period. And it doesn't mean that they're all trash or that they're a completely toxic person, but it's kind of along the lines of this could be symptomatic of something, a little bit deeper. Yeah, I think there's this kind of fear of like, there's this kind of want to kind of like make you shut down and make you not want to like go out there. So this could be a person being like, no, tolerate my behavior. Don't go out there and get a new friend so that you can actually experience what it's like to have a real friend. So that you'll continue to think that I'm a real friend. That this toxic behavior or this, gaslighting or this lying or this, red flags, they're totally normal. Don't go out there. Don't go out there and have a positive relationship that actually shows you, don't go out there and find your worth and find your value and be in a positive relationship that actually shows you your value. Stay down, stay beaten down, stay believing my lies, stay where I can, keep you in a mindset that gaslights you, that confuses you. It's giving me that kind of energy where it's like, no, don't change, don't grow, don't go out there and see that you have options. Don't go out there and see that you are worth so much more than the bullshit I want to give you. Don't learn your worth. That's what it's giving me. Shut down so that you don't go out there and see what you're really worth and see what the world could really give you. Don't go out there and learn how beautiful and how successful and how smart or how whatever it is this person is trying to gaslight you into believing that you're not. It's like, don't go out there and find out that you're actually worthy of somebody. Or don't go out there and find out that I'm actually a piece of crap. Like, don't learn that I'm actually a toxic parent. Don't learn that I'm actually, that I'm actually a secret op. Don't learn that, you know, that I'm actually a terrible boyfriend or terrible partner or terrible spouse. Like, don't go out there and have real friends and have self-worth. Like, stay here with me and stay beat down. Yeah. This person's like, I want to keep you locked down. I want to keep you in fear. I want to keep you in anxiety. I want to keep you feeling like you're not worth it. Just to appease their own ego. Like, my ego doesn't want to feel the rejection. So I'd rather reject you and get you to reject the better, healthier, stronger, brighter version of yourself, right? Reject that true version of yourself to stay with me, to stay near me, to stay the more humble, the more quiet, the more small version of you. Don't learn your worth. Don't learn, you know, that you can actually have a really positive, high vibrational relationship with people who actually love you, you know? Yeah. Hermit energy. Don't go out there and find yourself, and don't, you know, spend some time by yourself and find your worth. That kind of be, yes. Come on now. King of Cups. There's actually somebody out there who really wants to love Two of Cups. Come on now. There's a whole brand new world out there full of people who will actually show up for you and be there for you and be healthy for you. But this energy, they don't want you to find that out. They don't want you to be out there. They don't want you to be experiencing that. They want you to be scared and shut down and you know, combative and insecure and blah, blah, blah. Because they want to stay, you know, doing their foolery. They want to stay with a person who will tolerate their foolery. And when people want you to tolerate your foolery, they will really make you feel like you're crazy for expecting more than foolery out of them. You know? But when somebody shows you that foolery is all they want to give you, let them be a fool and go play games with somebody else. Okay? Because some of you are on the verge of being like, wow, like, no, this relationship, this person, it's just not for me. You know? And this person is trying to tempt you to come backwards, right? To step backwards into your old behavior, to step backwards into your fear, to step backwards into your anxiety, to step backwards into your guilt, to step backwards on your path, right? Exactly. Stand your ground. That was the first card that came out with that Queen of Swords. Stand your ground. Know your truth. Know your boundaries. Have boundaries. Understand that if anybody doesn't respect your no or doesn't respect your reasoning, like, then they don't respect you. And then they're not worthy of having around. Yeah, this person wants you to stay struggling and stay juggling. Spirit is really trying to bring in a new version of you, to bring in a better, happier, more high vibrational version of you. And this past person, or this past energy, or whatever it is, they want you to stay in that past energy. They want you to stay still doing the same old thing that you've always done. But Spirit is here to tell you that there's new energy out there, you know? And whether or not that's you being in your masculine energy, being in a much more softer, more open version of your masculine energy, or if it's to tell you, hey, there are actually stronger, better versions of masculinity out there who will actually show up for you and be there for you, you know, and they're waiting for you to find your worth inside of yourself and to act like it, to act like you know your worth, and to stop messing around with these bunk ass people. Exactly. Find your peace and let go. You're not selfish because you have boundaries. You're not selfish because you don't want to do certain things for people who want to manipulate you into doing them. Exactly. You got a choice here. You really do have a choice here. Oh, no. Sorry, excuse me. You definitely do have a choice here. And it's like, what, and look, it's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to be this, like, because I don't know, this lady just feels, well, she looks sad. She looks worn out. She looks sad. She looks energy drained. But then I'm seeing like these books right here. It's like satchel of books. So this person is reminding me like of like a young person who's like still in school or in a course or something. For some of you here, you could have somebody that's like really doubting your love or doubting like your capability. They want to like, you know, you're like, oh, I'm going back to school, or I'm advancing myself. I'm finding new career paths. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. Okay, whatever. It's really not that big of a deal. You're really not doing anything that good. Whatever. Why don't you just stay home? Be careful, because especially if you're in that position, you might get somebody that wants to try to baby trap you. That's what I just got. I got for some of you, you could be breaking out of some kind of relationship with somebody who just, especially, I'm just going to be honest, especially if you were a woman, it could be a man too, but especially if you were a woman, you could have been in a relationship with somebody who they wanted you to stay small. So they just wanted to knock you up. They wanted to get you a baby, and they wanted to be like, look, I want to be the main provider. I want you to stay at home. You don't need to further your education. All you need to do is be around the house, taking care of the kids, not doing anything. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about advancing yourself, and it's kind of this energy of like taking you off the market, taking you out of the space, taking you out of availability of other people so that you don't fulfill your potential. And not saying that your potential can't be, that you can't have a really good potential of becoming a mother or becoming or anything like that. I'm not saying that, but there is this kind of energy here of like somebody doesn't want you to be as great as you can be. They really don't. They don't want you to be as great as you can be. They don't want you to have, they just don't. And they, again, like I said, they want you to stay small. They want you to stay meek. They want you to stay beat down. They want you to stay doubting yourself, lost in your insecurities, things like that, questioning your sanity. Gross. This person has a very gross energy, like extremely gross energy. Yeah. And that's it. That's point blank it. They want you to be stuck. They want you to be lost. And they want you to feel like you can't go out there and you can't find what's really great for you. Because the truth is, yeah, Empress. You're an Empress. You have all this power inside of you, but they want to keep you small. They don't want you to see your worth, to see your value. Yeah, they're trying to cut that off. They're trying to cut you off from having boundaries and having, they just want you riddled with anxiety and 10 of swords. Cut down, beat down, stab down, held down. Y'all be mindful. Y'all be careful out here. Really get to know, like, yeah, I'm getting that energy. Get to know people before you really commit to them. Spend some time getting to know somebody. I mean, I understand, like, people can put on a facade, but when people's masks start slipping, believe that that's who they are, right? People don't put on a facade for too long, right? They'll put on a facade for a few months, a few weeks, but then they'll start to get comfortable. Then they'll start to move in. Then they'll start to, open up and show you the real them. And when they start showing you that, believe it and cut it off and walk away. Keep your power. Yeah. I'm hearing that, which I wouldn't call I wouldn't call this person a fool, but I'm hearing that only fools rush in. I just heard that only fools rush in. So Spirit's really telling you to slow down, get your justice, find your balance inside of yourself, and like, don't rush into anything too quickly. If somebody's trying to move quickly, see, that is the red flag that it is, honestly. Yeah. All right, thank you. That's what I have for you. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope this gave you the love, light, and clarity that you needed in your situation. Comment down below if this resonated for you. Yeah. Yeah, your spirit guides are trying to elevate you out of some kind of sticky situation, out of some kind of drama. Leave it behind. Leave it behind. Leave behind. And yeah, because there's something hidden here. Something hidden underneath the surface. This person, these people, they aren't who they pretend to be. So just know that, right? Don't get paranoid about it and think that everybody's going to be like them. But these specific people are not who they're pretending to be. Thank you guys so very much. Thank you to your spirit guides for guiding you here. Thank you to my spirit guides for guiding me through this, as well as keeping me safe while they did so. I really appreciate you guys as always. Okay. And I will see you lovelies in the next one. Okay. Good luck out there and stay strong. All right. Thank you guys so very much. Bye.